Welcome at our first mapping webinar. My name is Mark. I am Senior Map Designer at Map Illustrator. In the next coming weeks, we like to share our knowledge and experience about cartography and making maps. We will discuss subjects like, what is good cartography? What are map functions? What kind of maps are there? How maps are made? How to deal with scale, projections, map symbols and relief. During the webinar about designing maps we will discuss color, text, layouts, legends etc. with a focus on your audience, where your map will be seen, and what the purpose is of your map. Maps are everywhere these days. In print, on computer screens, on mobile phones, on tablets, in navigation systems, in newspapers, magazines and books. There are more maps in circulation than ever and they have never been more important. Almost everything that happens somewhere and location is a significant element in the vast majority of information. Computer technology has changed the way that geographical data can be visualized, but a map usually forms an integral part of the graphic representation of the world. But not all maps work well. Many maps don't communicate clearly because they don't use the principles of good cartographic design which have been proven to work. That's why Map Illustrator designed this mapping webinar. It is our aim to give basic information on what works well in map design and to let you think about maps and their messages. We're convinced that with a little knowledge of cartography a map's message can be communicated much better. We hope that this webinar about maps and map making will prove interesting and useful. Cartography is the art and science of making maps. A map is used to visualize geospatial data, that is data that refer to the location or the attributes of objects or phenomena located on Earth. Maps help their users to better understand geospatial relationships. From maps, information on distances, directions and area sizes can be retrieved, patterns revealed, and relations understood and quantified. If you create maps, work with them or use them, you're closely linked to cartography. But as well as the design and production of maps, cartography encompasses studying the history of maps, printing, distributing and selling them, collecting, conserving and curating them in map libraries. The range of maps available goes well beyond the road atlases and topographic paper maps that often first spring to mind. Cartography incorporates marine, air and military charts, statistical, geological, tourist and travel maps, weather and climate maps, general and specialist atlases, cartograms, and transport network diagrams, to name but a few. Maps for computer and internet use have recently grown in importance and use, and geographical information systems, GIS, have a digital map at their core. In our next webinar we will focus on why good cartography is important. See you next week.